Howdy and welcome to the second episode of the 240SX 2JZ swap. In this episode, we're going to start by taking off the OEM wiring harness from this engine because it's known to be extremely brittle, and instead I will be replacing it with a Wiring Specialties custom harness. After that, I'll be taking off the sequential twin turbo system because we're going with a big single turbo instead, and then after that, we're going to be getting rid of all unnecessary hoses, maybe even the serpentine belt. And after that, we're just going to start cleaning the engine up to get it ready for all the new parts we're going to put on it, which includes new pulleys, a water pump, obviously the new single turbo manifold, and all sorts of other stuff. So let's get started. That is crusty. That is the exhaust side of the harness done, and we'll move to the intake side now. Please keep in mind, I have no idea what I'm doing, but it seems like after unplugging a lot of things, we need to remove the throttle body to get access to where the harness goes. So I believe it's just a few connections and 4 bolts on the plenum here. And that is your throttle body taken out. All right, another thing that I noticed is that the VVT solenoid, which is this thing right here that kind of deals with the camshaft VVT eye gear, this connector is broken off, so I'm gonna need to get a new one of those because there's nothing for it to attach to. We may have to take off the intake manifold to get access to this. Oh, I don't want to do that, but I guess we're gonna have to. As you can see, we have the stock ECU here, the MAF, which we'll keep, and the ignition chip, which we will also keep, but we're getting rid of the stock ECU because we're going with a standalone kit. All right, so I'm in the process of trying to get this intake manifold off, so I'm just gonna keep on rocking and rolling with that. Whoa, that was a close one. That is the intake manifold. Oh, yes. That is a 2JZ wiring harness. All right, so here's the plan. Now we're going to be getting rid of this sequential twin turbo system. Yeah, we'll just keep taking things off and see how that goes. Oh! All right, so we took off the hard lines that were on top. I'm going to start with trying to get rid of this whole mess right here. We'll see what happens in disconnecting the water. I believe these are return lines from the turbos to the water neck here. So we'll try to get those rocking and rolling. That is something. We're taking it off. This section right here. Ow! Oh, that hurt. That did not feel good. We got her off. We got her. There you go. All right, guys, we turned off the camera, you missed it, but we had to angle grind this bottom part of the manifold off, and we finally got it off. So we're gonna take off this motor mount, and then from there, it should be pretty smooth sailing to get this off, but it's probably not gonna come off because nothing goes smoothly with this. After hours of seriously just headaches and stripped bolts, we are undoing the very last of the manifold bolts, and it should hopefully come off. Oh, frick! Let's go! Gamers, let's go!
Ready to come off then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Is it heavy? All right, I started this at 8 o'clock. It is now about 6, and we are going to attempt to take off the transmission, and then we should be done for the day. We literally took off the transmission in probably 10 minutes. It was literally the bolts just go all the way around. You unbolt them, and then you pull that sucker off. Unfortunately, the torque converter is still connected to the engine. We're going to figure out how to get that off in a later video. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the coil packs off and the spark plug covers, and then we are going to clean up this area of the engine, take off the valve covers, and clean up, clean the valve covers and underneath them where the camshafts are, because it is really, really dirty. So hopefully those clean up well, and that's what we're going to do now. All right, guys, so we took off the valve cover bolts, and now we're going to remove both of the valve covers, and we broke a head off of that one. But you take off intake side, I'll take off exhaust side.
Ready?
Yeah, let's see.
Oh. Yummy.
So, not as good as I was hoping. These are There's a lot of built up sludge. It looks like there's a bit of pitting on the camshaft lopes. We're gonna try to clean this up. We got a new seal kit and gasket kit, so we're just gonna clean this area. All right, so it's the next day, and all I did was clean up the valve covers and everything under there, and it looks pretty good. I didn't take the cams out. We're gonna see how it runs, if it does run at all, with them in the condition that they are, and if it doesn't run, then obviously we're gonna have to pull the motor and do a full rebuild, which I don't want to do. In the meantime, we've got the R154 transmission. It literally just came in. It looks pretty good. Can't wait to get it mated up to the engine. Other than that, we need to rebuild the VVTi cam gear, put new spark plugs in. We got to change the injectors. There's a lot more work that needs to be done to the engine. Anyways, thanks for sticking around to the end of the episode, and I'll see you in the next one.